Hello. Well, back in the office today. Good to see you. So, I was actually thinking about what on earth are they going to do with whatever money the investors have poured into AI. They poured in so much money into all these startups, into the big companies, and they're pouring it. And the big companies themselves are pouring it into into hardware. It's funny because the reason I'm doing this is because I read an article today saying that the stock price for Nvidia has gone down even though they're making a lot more money. And I think that's because most people are going, well, where's the productivity increase? Where is this magical, everything's done by AI kind of thing? Where's the increase in output? Where is the reduction in overheads for companies? And the funny thing is that a lot of the big companies, Google, Apple, Microsoft, IBM, and all of these other ones are actually at this point increasing their headcount. So I thought, well, what the hell is going to happen next? And how is AI, the whole AI or LLM or whatever the space is, how is it really going to make money? And I thought, well, isn't it obvious, right? Isn't it obvious? I mean, how did Facebook? Facebook didn't make money. They poured all this investment in and they didn't have any income until they decided, well, we need we're going to have advertisers, right? Because they don't really have a product. And, the idea is if you're not paying for the product, it means you're the product. And so it's kind of like, I know you can pay for ChatGPT and you have all of the ChatGPT subscription payments, you can pay per token, and you've got other companies paying, but ChatGPT is still not making a profit. From what I gather, they're making money, like there's a lot of revenue, but the costs outweigh the income. And I think NVIDIA having the late delivery of their latest processor impacts the cost of the CPUs and the cost of powering and running all these data centers. So maybe there needs to be a real decrease in the cost of this hardware for it to work. Maybe that will happen. We'll find ways to decrease it. But how's this for an idea? Just like with Facebook, advertisers paid money to advertise their particular products to a certain group. It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that you would have Pepsi go to ChatGPT and say, hey, how about $20 million a month for us to be kind of referred to in your models, right? I thought, yeah, well, that makes sense. Well, once you're hooked on the LLM train, right? Who's going to say you can't do that? Well, why can't you do that? It's an LLM, right? They can do whatever they want with it. It's a trained model. If you ask, well, what's tastier, Coke or Pepsi? Then if Pepsi puts more advertising money in it, maybe they'll lean towards a certain feedback. Maybe, or maybe they'll put certain keywords in responses, and if you ask for examples of things, they might sneak in product placement, right? So that's what it is, product placement in your generated text or code or anything, right? You write some code in Copilot not so much because it's owned by Microsoft and they've got revenue coming in, but Microsoft is a sinking ship, I think, in my opinion. I think they really lost the plot. They're plugging AI into every little thing, and it's created this really sloppy, like a sloppy pizza kind of. If you were to compare operating systems, then Microsoft has become this really sloppy pizza of just stuff thrown all over it. If that's the case, then what are the different versions of Linux? Well, maybe that's that might be a not so sloppy pizza. A do-it-yourself kind of pizza where you can put in your own ingredients, right? Maybe. But anyway, I digress. So how would we make money from AI? I mean, that product placement sounds like a really good way to do it. You could get lots of little advertisers that you want to hone in on a certain group of people. If you wanted to, say, use Midjourney or other kinds of image generation, they might sneak in product placements into little different places depending on what you're generating, right? So if you want to have a city landscape, a city view of something with something around, that you might have more products that are paid for by advertisers present in the generated image. Well, there you go. There you go. That's all I got for today. I was thinking about that today, about how they're going to make money. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Tell me in the comments, let me know. I'd be interested. Really, and one more thing before I go today, I'm going to be back on the live streams for the next couple of months at least. Will be effectively every 2 days during the week. So it'll be 2 days live stream plus this 1 week pre-recorded video. Got a lot of stuff to get to, a lot of work, lots of projects coming up. It seems like, there was this big wind that knocked out, like I've just seen so many companies just, one of my workmates that I work on a project, he was working on another company, and they had like 30 Android devs and they're down to 7. And it's just overwhelming, the amount of work for the people that are left to pick up the pieces. It's just intense. I mean, yeah, that's what it is, right? They shake the tree and all the branches that aren't really, all the easy branches to break are gonna fall off, and then you got like the strong ones left. Anyway, guys, good to see you. I hope to see you next time, and yeah, let's get back to coding. Gotcha.